old lady handed a rose to the prince, but he disdainfully threw it to the ground. However, she transformed into a witch. In order to punish the prince's selfishness and indifference, the witch cast a curse upon the prince, transforming him into a hideous beast, while all the servants in the castle turned into furniture. One day, an ant sought shelter in the castle. A little teacup approached him.
Sorry.
Terrified, the man fled. Later, he wandered into the garden and plucked a rose. In that moment, seizing the man, but the man's horse raced back to the village. The next day, the horse returned to the castle with the man's daughter. Hearing the beast roar, the girl gathered her courage and ascended the stairs. Finally, the girl found her father imprisoned and encountered the beast. The beast offered to release her father, but only if the girl stayed with him forever. The girl tightly hugged her father and then pushed him away. From that day forward, the girl was imprisoned in the castle in her father's place. The girl heard the candlestick talking. A clock came forward, guiding her to the bedroom. The wardrobe behind the girl opened automatically. The wardrobe helped her with grooming and dressing up. Soon enough, the girl was wearing a pink princess gown. That night, the girl tied the gown into a long sash. She escaped. However, the girl encountered a pack of hungry wolves in the forest. Suddenly, the beast rescued the girl. The beast fought with the hungry wolves. They fought fiercely. The beast drove the wolf away, but collapsed on the ground too. The girl brought the injured beast back to the castle and tenderly cared for him. However, a man who secretly hired the girl attacked the castle. The beast seized the man's weapon, ready to throttle him, but softened upon the man's plea. Unexpectedly, the man shot him from behind. At that moment, the beast laid in the girl's arms, barely clinging to life. Miraculously, a radiant light emanated from the beast, and he transformed back into a prince. The furniture in the castle also reverted to human form. A boy and a tiger have been drifting in the sea for more than 20 days. The tiger was starving to death. Finally, the boat stopped at the edge of a deserted island. Hungry, Pie breaks off a branch and chews on it, but it doesn't taste bad. There are thousands of meerkats all over the island. At this moment, the tiger is happily hunting amongst the meerkats. Pie jumps into a pond and swims freely. In the evening, Pie realizes that the meerkats are fleeing from the ground into the trees. The tiger has also gone to the boat. In the middle of the night, Pie woke up from his sleep. To his surprise, he found the pond glowing green with fluorescent light and many fish bones floating in it. It turned out that the pond was fresh water during the day, but at night it turned into acid, which could dissolve all the creatures in it. Pie picks a flower and opens it, and there is a human tooth inside. He realized that this is an island that eats people. From a distance, the island looks like a young girl lying on her back. Pie realized the danger and decided to escape from the island. The next day, he gathered enough food and water. Then he blew his whistle and called out to the tiger. He really came and jumped into the boat and left with Pie. They drifted on the sea for many more days before they finally reached the coast of Mexico. Pie pulled the boat ashore with all her strength and collapsed on the ground. The skinny tiger jumped off the boat and walked into the jungle without looking back. Pie was soon found and rescued by fishermen. He managed to survive. Villagers sang the dragon's song at the girl's wedding ceremony. However, a dragon descended from the sky, seizing the girl. When the girl woke up battered in a cave, she found a bed in front of her. She raised a stone, but a boy advised her not to provoke it. The boy brought healing herbs for her injuries. The girl developed feelings for the boy, extending her hand to him. However, as the boy shouted that the dragon was coming, indeed, the dragon appeared, smashing many rocks from the cave ceiling. The girl screamed. Shortly after, the cave returned to silence. The girl smashed the cave entrance to rescue the boy, but the dragon reappeared. She had to hide inside the cave. As the dragon spewed flames, the girl climbed toward the cave's top. Eventually, she managed to escape the cave. With a vast abyss below, the boy appeared. However, the bat snuggled up to the boy's feet. Terrified, the girl stepped back and accidentally fell off the cliff. The boy leaped to catch her. However, his chest began to burn. transforming him into a dragon. Legend had it that dragons had no females, so they would seize human girls for procreation and later burn them alive. The birth of a new dragon offspring would follow. To avoid angering the dragon, villagers willingly sacrificed a girl every year. The boy is a descendant of the dragon, but he is unwilling to transform into a dragon and harm humans. So, he has been hiding in the cave all this time, until the boy witnessed his father's tragic death. Driven by anger, he leaped and awakened the bloodline of the dragon. The dragon saved the girl who fell off the cliff. They landed on the beach. The dragon transformed back into the appearance of the boy. In a state of unconsciousness, the boy couldn't control this transformation. Despite being very scared, the girl still applied medicine for the poor boy. Slowly, the girl developed feelings for the boy. They played together and flew kites. Yet, when the boy touched the girl's fingertips, his arm began to burn uncontrollably.
A bucket of paint fell from the sky, suddenly drenching the woman. But before she could react, a classmate released a video of her being bullied, letting everyone see it. This was supposed to be her happiest moment, yet she became the laughingstock of all the guests again. Worse still, the groom was knocked out by the falling iron bucket, ruining her lifetime happiness on the spot. At that moment, she suddenly saw that someone had done it on purpose, which instantly triggered her dark side. The paint on her also eerily floated up. She was furious, seeing everyone at the scene as abusers, intending to spare no one. With a roar, she sent everyone flying. A real hunt began. With a wave of her hands, she instantly shut the doors, leaving no escape route for anyone. One classmate dared to take a photo of her, so she grabbed and threw him, killing him instantly. Then she saw the male teacher who used to bully her trying to escape. She clenched her fist and twisted forcefully, snapping the teacher in half. The woman, now seeing red, pushed hard, throwing the twin dancers who always bullied her to the ground, causing the panicked crowd to trample them. She raised her hands, broke the fire hydrant above, flooding the entire room with water, then quickly tore down the high-voltage wires. She grabbed the teacher who cared for her the most, tossing him gently onto the steps, then threw the high-voltage wire into the water, electrocuting everyone instantly. She flew outside, searching for new targets, seeing the culprits who caused this incident escaping by car. But she didn't chase them. Instead, she stomped the ground forcefully, causing the road to crack and extend rapidly in front of the car, making it collapse, forcing them to drive back. The two main culprits didn't intend to apologize, but sped up, trying to run her over. In the next second, the man was killed on the spot inside the car, and the woman tried to escape, but it was too late. The protagonist waved her hand, tightly binding the seatbelt around the woman's neck. After struggling free, the woman showed no remorse, continuing to drive towards her.